We got his green card, he has a job now, and I'm a stay-at-home mom, and we are slowly saving money so we can move out of my parents' basement and get our own place. But for right now,
I mean,
all right, boom. Before we even continue, for the people that don't know, this whole thing about saving money to be able to move out of their parents' basement, and obviously right now Kobe is working, and as you heard, Emily is a stay-at-home mom. At this moment in time when this is filmed, they had 2 kids, okay? And I remember they pretty much had the same intro when I watched their story on 90 Day Diaries. And well, fast forward today, and now this is something that I've already spoken about before, so people should know, but if you don't know, that's fine. Emily's now pregnant with a 3rd child. And because she's now pregnant with a 3rd child, well, guess what? They are still going to stay where? In her parents' basement. Because they've had a 3rd child, it has now delayed them moving out once again. First, it was the 1st child. Then it was the 2nd child. Now it's the 3rd child, delaying them from moving out. And here's the thing, Emily speaks about how she is a stay-at-home mom. Now we know this is something that she's always desired, but let's be real. What benefits does Emily have from being a stay-at-home mom whilst also still living with her parents? Well, she knows that she's always going to have the help and support of her mother when it comes to childcare. Now, of course, when it comes to her dad, obviously her dad is always going to be able to help financially, but I'd like to imagine that right now, because Kobe's now working, financially, the dad doesn't obviously need to necessarily support them, which I like to hope for. So if I'm gonna sprinkle a little bit of positivity, that's the only bit of positivity I'm gonna sprinkle that maybe the dad doesn't have to help them anymore. Now it's crazy because on the episode of 90 Day Diaries, Kobe was out there, Kobe and Emily did spend a part of their little part of the episode where they did go out to look for homes. But then fast forward, what happened? Boom, we then found out that Emily's now pregnant with the 3rd child. So really and truly, do I see these 2 ever moving out of the basement? Absolutely, yes. It's going to happen at some point. It has to. Like, why wouldn't it? You can't keep having kids and then still stay in the basement, because at the end of the day, well, the house is only going to have enough space for a certain amount of children. So of course, when it comes to moving, it's going to happen at some point. But as of right freaking now, the moving thing, it's not happening. I give it another... If I want to be generous, I give it 2 more years and then maybe they'll be moved out. But if I want to be realistic based on just how Emily is as a person, I want to give it probably 5 years, if anything. Because let's be real, she's been there for a very, very long time. And for a lot of people, once they get comfortable with something, well, they get comfortable. And also, we know that Emily is a spoiled brat, and her parents pretty much fear most of the time to even tell her no anyway. But nonetheless, though, before we continue the rest of the video and what else went down in the most recent episode of Happily Ever After, I want to start off by saying we are on the road to 60k subscribers by the end of April. Right now, subscribing is becoming a bit slow. We've only really gained about 1k people in the last, 18 days. Yeah, that's not really a good thing, is it now? Come on now. So all those new people coming into the channel and watching the content for free, you can also subscribe for free and help us get to that, 60k by the end of April, because right now it's not looking likely. But nonetheless, though, please do continue to like the video as you always do, my lovely people, and also at the same time commenting as well to help me with the algorithm. Now, hey, let's continue.
you just have to be yourself, but less of American woman for the good of our family. Just go easy, chill, stay chill.
Hold some grudges towards Emily because it's not very common in Cameroon for a guy to just leave and get married to an American woman.
In Cameroon, it's very difficult to see a woman try to stand up and challenge her husband or try to be bossy to the husband. African women are very, very submissive to their men.
Now, here's the thing. I remember on the season that these 2 first appeared, and this is a conversation that they had at the time. Okay, and I remember when Kobe first came into the States, he was definitely taken back of how bossy Emily was. It's something that definitely, he wasn't necessarily a fan of. Something that definitely created a drift between them two, or at least a tension. Now, despite that, they still continue to have another child anyway. Many may argue that these 2 are only together because of the kids. Because really and truly, they were nothing but just a one-night stand. But then Emily ended up getting pregnant, and then therefore, it's fast forward to Kobe taking the move from Cameroon all the way to the States. And of course, since then, the kid thing has been a trend with these 2. But yes, Emily knew about this, but Kobe also knew about this. Now, I will say this though: is it fair for Kobe to expect Emily to dumb down her personality so his family can take kind to her? Well, it depends on what perspective you want to look at. So I'm going to play devil's advocate on both sides. Now, on one side, I'm going to say that he should not expect this woman to behave any other way. If he loves her for who she is and how she is, well, then therefore he should expect his family to love her for exactly who she is, and therefore he should also expect her to have the freedom to want to be herself to the fullest. Because of course, you want your partner to be comfortable when it comes to meeting their parents. And for me, myself in particular, anytime that I've met a parent of someone that I've been with, to be honest with you, I haven't necessarily liked the fact that I've had to kind of dumb down my character. Now, that's not due to the fact the person I was with has asked me to do that. That's more me thinking, damn, I want them to like me, so I'm going to kind of dumb it down a little bit, you know what I mean? But when I look back at it, I'm like, you know what, I should have just been myself, because what do I have to lose? You know what I mean? So there is the part of where if he does love her and he loves her for who she is, he shouldn't really care about the parents' opinions. But then there's the other flip side, though. There is the flip side when it comes to cultural standards, okay? And at the end of the day, he loves his family, so therefore he's going to want his family to love the woman that he loves. So therefore, you know, respectfully, Emily should voluntarily, without Kobe even asking, really dumb down her character to a certain degree, so at least show that, you know, she's not this bad American, you see what I'm saying? So end of the day, if the way I look at it is this, Kobe should not be asking Emily to do it. Emily should be volunteering to want to dumb down her character, you see what I'm saying? Because I feel like if you ask the person to do it, yeah, but you're kind of telling them that I know I love you, but yeah, you know what I mean? So I'm just going to say it's one of the situations where, even though I agree that she should dumb down her character, you know, but like I said before, it should be a choice that she's making voluntarily, not because he's asked. I hope that makes sense. Now I kind of feel like I didn't even give a view on both sides, to be fair. I just gave a general view, to be fair. Either way, though, let's continue.
Just be less of yourself.
Kobe's family for the first time. You know, Kobe has obviously said I'm a little bossy, so I have a fear of them thinking, you know, I'm a bit much.
I strongly believe that her type A personality can cause a lot of problems with my family.
Well, I guess we'll see.
I mean, listen, I guess we will see, you know, but like I said before, to be honest with you, I'll keep it a buck, you know, summarize all down to what I said. Emily has a choice of her own to make, you know, whether or not she wants to continue being the way she's always been, or if she wants to be a bit different because she wants to be liked by the family. Now, for me personally, I think she should definitely go down the route of where she should choose to dumb down herself a little bit, so therefore the family likes her, rather than, you know, be like, no, I'm Emily, so I'm just going to be who I am. And again, you know, but like I said before, if it's something that she chooses by herself, fair enough. But if it's something that she does because he has asked her to do it, I don't really think that's fair person, because I don't really think that any partner should ever ask their partner to act differently, because you're basically saying that I'm embarrassing. Do you see what I'm saying? Or it's just not a nice feeling. Do you see what I'm saying? You know? But either way, though, let me know what you think about that. And I'm pretty sure everybody's been through an experience where we've all been nervous to meet someone's family, and then therefore we haven't known how to act, and then we've been afraid to da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And generally speaking, I just think people should always be themselves. But if you know you're a bit too much, then maybe just simmer that bit down just a little bit, you know what I mean? I feel like, you know, how we are with our partner shouldn't necessarily be the same way of how we are with their parents or with their friends, because we're supposed to be technically a completely different person when we are with our partner. We're meant to be our complete self. You see what I'm saying? When it comes to other people, we only give them little bits and bobs. But nonetheless, though, let me know what you're thinking down below, and we can talk about it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and of course, peace.